your man.
The Zamian Podcast, episode 19. Welcome, everybody.
And
So yeah, we're gonna be jumping.
forgive
What?
us for the bottom. We do actually have a fourth person. It's not Arma by any means. It's Phantom.
We just
I'm just a
Yeah.
faceless guy for the time being.
Correct.
Hopefully, face coming soon.
So this week we're gonna be jumping into a few different topics. Some actual esports stuff that we're gonna be jumping into, but mostly some game dev stuff. We have what's the first game? Arizona Sunshine 2. I thought this game was actually pretty funny looking, so I had to throw it in there. I just haven't got much information.
Whoa! That was loud. Sorry.
That was loud.
Yes, it was. It was loud. Apologies.
Yeah, you want to blow our ears off, huh?
That's what I
So
was
it's an
going
online.
for.
It's an online co-op game. But the thing is the catch is it's VR.
It's Fred. Oh,
But I thought it was actually pretty.
wait, are
Pretty
they
cool.
all called Fred?
Because it's co-op, it sounds good, but the only difference is because it's VR. Obviously, there's
It's
going to be a lot of performance issues
It's
depending on
fucking
certain
Ver.
people.
It's Ver, man. It's Ver.
Ver.
Ver 2, actually.
Now you can slap them with arms.
Okay. I don't know. I've never really been a fan of VR games. I-
Neither. I played Beat Saber for 20 minutes, and then that's my daily exercise.
the only
done.
time I played
Whoa!
a VR game was when I played FNAF, Five Nights at Freddy's VR. And
God,
I
you
got
probably jumped
scared
right into it.
shitless, dude. And I will never play a VR game again. That stuff was too real. It was too real for
I mean,
me.
The way
You
that
want
like you could
exercise.
peek around a corner with your head, you know?
Yeah.
like-
Yeah.
And you walk into a wall in real life, and then you have a mild concussion for the next day.
Yeah, no thanks.
I have
It was
no
a-
The game
idea
does
what.
look really cool. The game looks really, really cool.
It was something funny.
No,
It's like a Dead Island. Almost. That's what it
Yeah,
is.
I would. There was
Yeah.
not much
Yeah.
depth into it. I just thought it was kind of a funny ass VR game. Yeah, it was something that's not out yet. So, we have another game that's Last Train, but it's more like a strategy game that we're gonna be talking about.
giggity.
Oh, Rec is in the chat.
My duo.
Enzo as well.
What's up, Enzo? What's up, goats?
Apex Dan.
God
Oh.
damn, that's loud again. I'll check the audio on the next one, boys. Make
Yeah.
sure-
I mean, you might as well just pull it up for one person, and then just have the volume like that, so we all hear it then. Instead
So
of,
this is continue the trend there. It was THQ Nordic that's doing this game. So talked about that last week. You guys weren't there.
If it-
Aaron, you were there. I
No,
think. I don't know. No.
Wasn't
Okay.
there last week.
THQ Nordic.
Yeah, so another game that's coming soon. It's a strategy game though, so it's not obviously for everybody. But I'm trying to get away from the goddamn FPS games all the time and stuff like that. Maybe something different. This has like a Company of Heroes feel
I was,
to it.
I was about to
if
say
anybody-
Company of Heroes.
Yeah, Hero Company, absolutely.
Company of Heroes.
Yeah, so I thought maybe well, this could be something interesting to try out. But all these release dates for these games are in a little bit. They don't really. It says 2023, but there's no like official release date.
That's what I will never understand about game developers. Like, they always put, like, a potential set date on it, and you already know there's delays. Delays happen all the time. They always end up
Delayed.
saying, 2023, and then it doesn't come out until, like, 2025. Like, it happens. Like,
And then it comes out, and then it's like, oh, there's more bugs. What need to be doing? We released it so rushed that we need to put it down again to make sure
Like-
that we get it perfect.
first off topic, Test Drive Unlimited. They said it would come out in 2023, and now it's not coming out until late 2024. Like, come on.
Well, yeah. I mean,
What's Test Drive 20? I haven't heard of it.
Test Drive Unlimited. It's
Oh.
a racing game.
Let me look
But
it up.
they're doing a whole lot of stuff to it. Like, it's a 1-to-1 scale map, so it's a really huge map. It's of like Hong Kong. Should be a lot of cars and stuff, but they like have pushed it back so far to where it used to be like early or late 2022, then it fell to late or early 2023, then it was late 2023, and now it's early 2024. So it's like what more? How later could it be? Like, I get you're trying to like get the full potential of the game, but like we all said, there's always bugs. Like, There's always gonna be a bug.
There's always going to be bugs.
Like, you might as well just release it and then fix the bugs as the game goes on.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
This game actually looks pretty cool. I'm looking at some playthrough right now. And this ad just popping up in my face.
It's easy just having a game what has like not like too many bugs, but has some bugs so it can release and then like have people like play because they've been hyped for it instead of like waiting so many months and then just have their hopes and dreams ruined.
I'd
Like,
rather
they're
them
not-
just wait and debut the game when at least it's less buggy.
Yeah.
Although I don't really give a shit if there's bugs in a game or not. That doesn't bother me one bit.
Yeah.
I don't really either, and that's why I was kind of okay with like, okay, release it. Like,
But like conversations we had in the past, though, we're always wanting like developers and stuff like that to rush their games. We're always like
I think
wanting the
that
next
kinda
one,
is
and we
Oh,
get
I
bored
see.
so quickly.
I
I
say
think
it.
that's kind of. Go ahead, Jason.
No, go. I say it's not more. It's not actually gamers that are wanting them rushed. It's the stockholders that are wanting them rushed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's fair.
But players do get bored pretty quick of games, so.
Well, that
It's
that
just
is a
depends on
problem
what
with
content's
gaming.
in the game, though. Like
Yeah.
a gamer can go in there and be like happy for a few months, but then as soon as there's no content to do, because there's no the staff are not like putting or not putting time into updating the game for content, then the players aren't going to stay as they've like reached their full potential of what they could achieve. So there's no point in staying if there's no content going into it.
I think I kind of feel like with most games though, like I'm gonna throw it back to test drive. If you're gonna delay it that much to the point where it's gonna be a year to 2 years out, at least throw like mini teasers at us as to what you're doing. So like
To give us
to make it
progress.
seem like you're actually yes, exactly, like you're actually progressing through the game. Test Drive Unlimited, out of the since the announcement of the game, which was like early 2022, maybe even late 2021, they said the game was being made. They were telling us all about this stuff. The first little bit of gameplay just came out like 2 months ago, and that's all we've got.
Is there any way that we can get some of that gameplay? I haven't seen it.
Oh yeah, I'm sure you could search.
Let me see if I can get something. Hold on.
It's Test Drive Unlimited Solar.
And how does it look when you
I mean,
see
it looks smooth. It definitely looks smooth. I'm not gonna.
What was like? What did you like from the first ones? Was there like?
So now this game hasn't this series I should say between the second one and this one I think it's been like a 3-4 year gap. Like the last time TDU came out for
Ooh, that looks
PlayStation
pretty.
4,
Whoa.
Xbox One, I believe at the time. That was like 4 years ago. And the whole purpose on like the game was it's open world. You get a wide variety of cars, not just like your supercars and your like race cars per se. You get your little lemons and clunkers that you have to build up, and
Yeah.
then it's like you get to buy your own house, like, and it ranges from like a trailer home to a mansion and all this stuff. Now, that's great and all, like I get it.
Like I said.
So far in this trailer, I don't want to cut you off, but like the scenery and what they've been going through, it looks,
Looks like
actually
Need.
really cool.
Looks
Oh,
like
yeah,
Need
well-
for Speed.
Yes, ish, but I like
And
it.
The big thing they were emphasizing, like even before gameplay was even released, ray tracing. Ray tracing was like their big thing. That's what they were like so centered on was the ray tracing. And I mean, it looks good. I'm not gonna say it doesn't, but I mean, I'm hoping like a beta comes out soon because a lot of us Test Drive Unlimited fans,
You could say
I
Need for
me
Speed, but
included, was like, give us a beta. Like, we want a beta by now. Like, we
This
want
could be
to
like,
test it out and see. Now,
what's that name?
technically, they are in a like how X Defiant was, where they have like a alpha, and that's apparently going on. Like, it's already happened. So, we won't get that analysis, gameplay, all that stuff, because that's under I forgot what law that is. Like,
It's all like open.
it's what is it, an NDA or whatever?
Yeah,
Like,
non-disclosure.
Yeah, it's under an NDA, so they can't like disclose anything that happened in the alpha. But like, just continuously throw little bits at us, like so. it keeps
Know
us
what's
like
going on.
excited for a game. Yeah, like it keeps us knowing what's going on. They haven't done that. They just throw out like these little I don't even want to call them patch notes, like a development
Updates.
letter, like a
Development notes.
development letter. Yeah, like that, and that's pretty much it. Like I don't know.
And there's like a lot of stuff where it's usually just like a lot of bullshit technical things that they send you. We changed so and so, like things that you don't really pay attention to. Yeah,
Right.
I get it.
Yeah.
It looks cool though from seeing that trailer. I mean, maybe less Need for Speed in that little like market that they were in made me think of Midnight Club a little bit.
Right.
I would say
It's definitely like
Yeah.
a arcade racer, if that's what you want to call it. It's definitely an arcade racer.
But yeah, that looks something that's promising. I'd try it out for sure. Do we know what the price point is going to be? Maybe around whenever it comes out.
It's gonna be a normal game, so
It's
60.
gonna be
Let's
it's gonna be
assume-
60 to 70.
Yeah.
That's what they said.
Yeah, so for me then it would be like 30, 40.
Like every time I ask that, Jason's like, "It's gonna be $70, okay?"
It is. Like that's the market for video.
That's how it is. That's how most games are. But for
It's
me, it's a
video
bit cheaper
games.
because I-
$69.99. Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah,
you're
for me it'll be around. Let me do math. It'll be around 35.92.
I was looking for a freaking deal, alright?
Hey, you never know. You could finesse one.
buy your damn games full price.
You want to finesse our
No.
deal, Jason? Come on, man. Let us finesse a deal.
We
with
just want to have a bit of a discount.
you. Yeah.
No, that's not how the world works.
Jason's
Think
no
smarter,
fun.
not harder.
Jason's no fun.
This guy sees a fucking discount at the grocery store. He's like, no,
Yeah,
getting the full price one.
exactly.
He's like, you got a £5 coupon to spend. No, I want full price. Don't want any goddamn coupons to make sure that I don't have to
Hey,
pay this back.
hey. I don't know how bad it is over there, but the price of groceries and shit, I'm using every damn coupon I can
I
find.
get it. Yep. I would turn into extreme couponing on a fly for groceries. Absolutely. Like it don't hurt.
Yeah, to be honest, I'm the same here. It's expensive over here. Like, for one shopping cart here, it's like £80 so for a full shopping cart for you over here, it'd be like $120.
Enzo said there isn't a
That's
game
about
that's
right.
been fully released that's worth the full price, to be fair.
That is true.
That's not true.
Why?
Explain.
Because you gotta understand that the development of that game has cost this company millions of dollars.
Millions. Sure.
Yeah, depending.
Millions of dollars. And you're saying it's not worth $60, $70.
They don't
That-
put enough content in for it to be worth the 60 or 70.
That's
It just-
not
It
true at
depends
all.
it depends who we're talking about. If we're talking about like the COD series or something, no, it's not. But like if we're talking about some different games, like Starfield that's going to be coming out, then it's completely different. There, I mean,
It's,
That's how.
that's
I'm
such
sorry.
a
I'm gonna throw it
pessimistic
out
way
there.
to look at gaming.
NBA 2K. This past like 2 or 3 2K series, they were the most depressing games of all time. They
You could
weren't
also
worth,
say
they
the
weren't
same
worth the
thing
full
with
price.
FIFA.
100% because it was literally a reskin of the game before.
Yeah, it's
they
like the
weren't
same
worth
with
that full
FIFA.
price. If that was the case, I would have just kept the old one and wouldn't have bought the new one.
Yeah.
Just like the Madden series, same exact
And
thing.
the FIFA one from FIFA, what is it, 16 to 23, it's all been the same cover. Well, it's been
Yeah,
the same for the past
pretty
like
much.
23 years.
Mhm.
It's just new people like just
Yep,
getting
updated
a rating
rosters.
up.
I mean,
And then you
that,
just have to pay more out of your bank account for the best roster in the game to actually have some sort of a chance of winning.
yeah, I mean
It's just
that's
all
what.
about money spending.
But if you're a sports game player, you understand that.
Yeah, exactly. If you're a
Yeah,
sports
true.
gamer, you would understand.
mean,
I buy
don't think
FIFA
I
every
spend any
year.
money.
I
So
buy
do I.
FIFA every year.
Mhm.
Hey,
With the
no.
expectation of knowing not
Hold
major
on.
things happen.
Hold on. Not this year though, because there's no FIFA game.
Yes.
It's
It's
EA
EA.
Sports.
EA
EA.
Sports FC 24.
Correction, it's EA. That's right.
Yes. Yes.
Correction.
Wait,
it's
I'm
EA
so
Sports
confused.
FC.
Well, EA was always FIFA, no?
Correct.
They always had
Because
the FIFA?
basically
They,
what happened.
they were paying for the FIFA brand. FIFA
And then-
decided they wanted more money, and EA told them to take a hike.
They'll fuck themselves.
Okay,
Pretty
so it was a
much.
change. It's just not there's not the FIFA name.
I
Right?
don't think they can't have the Champions League and stuff
They
in it
can't have
now.
the-
I
They can't
believe.
have any of the European,
Yeah.
so they can't have Champions
UEFA.
League. They can't have Premier, like Champions League Cup, the UEFA League championships.
Why
mean,
can't they
they-
just put like football club fucking
You,
Well, they
20,
can.
whatever?
let's
They
put
can.
PES for an example. PES don't
PES,
have any
yeah.
of that licenses, and then you put some of the teams, for example, so like Man United compared to FIFA to PES, it's called Red Shirts United or something along those lines.
Yeah.
It's funny.
Yeah.
I mean, look at what they did with Madden. What's his name? I was
Stop.
just looking it up. Bill Belichick for the Patriots. He hasn't been in a Madden game since 2013, I believe.
Yeah,
Because he
something.
refuses to like put his name in any of the games.
Yeah.
So they have to like replace him with like a random generated coach for the New
Correct.
England Patriots.
Correct.
So, I mean, I get it. I totally get it.
Yeah. I mean, that was FIFA was money hungry, and EA was smart enough to say no.
I mean,
Because I think
Battlefront
it.
2. That's what we need to say. Battlefront 2 on release.
Because
Gambling addiction.
I think, if I remember right, FIFA was wanting like $10 million for their brand,
Yeah, that sounds about right.
or
That's-
something,
yeah.
something ridiculous. I would have
That-
fucking
that
told
sounds-
no too.
Yeah, I would.
But
know.
I believe they're trying now to make their own game with the studio. That
Oh,
that they
Trying
can
to-
label.
They're using the same stuff as FIFA, but like without their name in it. So they're using a whole different technology, but they're still keeping the same players, same clubs, etc.
So it's like a
apart from
different
they're not
engine,
like-
basically. I'm guessing that they're using it on to
It's-
create.
It's not.
It's the
it's-
same engine.
Yeah, it's a different
Same engine.
engine, but it's basically similar with a few differences. Obviously, you have a few different camera angles. The graphics are different. The physics in game are different. That's
Oh,
about it. But we haven't
Jesus.
had. There hasn't been many gameplay release trailers yet. They're keeping
How
it very
pathetic
hidden.
is that though? That FIFA has to go to that point to do that. Why do they?
Because
Why
they
can't they just break a deal with them? I mean, I'm just not understanding this.
I
Yeah,
mean,
in the long run, I feel like it still costs them more to actually
it's-
create a
it's
game,
just
though.
money.
I know it's money, but at the same time, if you think about it in a business perspective, if you're gonna
Yeah,
be
but
making another
think
game,
about it, right? How many games does EA have? They have very successful games. They have
I guess yeah, money.
FIFA, they have UFC, they have Madden.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Like
I just,
UFC 5
I just
comes
didn't,
out in
I wasn't
September.
100% sure if like the FIFA UFC or FIFA, the EA UFC and like EA FIFA and stuff like that was all the same developers or the
Yeah.
same team. I'm not
Like,
100% sure if that is or not.
They're not the same
UFC 5 coming out in
team.
September is very hype.
Technically, they're all EA Sports, but they're different. I believe most of the time they're located in different, like, either countries or cities.
Okay. All right.
At least that's
Anyways,
my
that's-
understanding.
That's a crazy leap to go and do all that though. Jeez, for a name.
Yeah, I mean, we'll see how it goes. Only time will tell. We haven't had much gameplay reveal trailers on it.
I mean,
yet,
for
so-
them, for the FIFA brand, it would be good for them if they create a game and then that takes off and everybody starts buying that, I guess. But
I mean,
That's
why
pretty-
It'll just be
everybody-
a rerun. Like,
that's pretty
I-
bummy
I-
for all the people who created the games beforehand or that team that created the actual like other FIFA games. You know.
I mean, why do you think everybody? Well, I guess going back, like the sports people, why do you think? I think more Americans per se are excited about it. The new college football game. Everybody's excited for that to come back. That game hasn't been out. NCAA college football hasn't been around since 2014. Like it's finally back, and people are excited. Like you're getting, and that college athletes are actually getting paid for their name to be used in the game. So,
Oh,
like,
really? Okay, that's
it's
cool.
getting everybody excited. Like,
I completely disagree with that, too.
really?
Yeah.
Why?
Yeah.
What's your take?
Because they when you're in college, you essentially sign a waiver saying that your brand belongs to the college. That is how
Yeah.
college sports works.
Pretty much.
You're not supposed to be able to make money on top of your college sponsorship. I don't give a shit that they tried to change the rules. Don't care. I don't agree with it because fucking college football dudes are fucking idiots as well. So they're gonna jump at any fucking opportunity to get a little bit of cash.
I mean, look at
That's
LeBron.
every
Look at LeBron's son. You know, Bronny's been probably getting paid millions upon millions since he was in high school. Like, you knew 100%. That's LeBron
Yeah,
James'
no,
like,
I mean, I don't.
protege. 100%.
Like I said, I don't agree with any of that either. But at the same time, it's like
That's fair. That is fair.
it's fucking part of it now. Every college athlete thinks they're worth more than they are.
Of course.
Every athlete thinks they're worth more than they are.
But isn't that like in general? Everybody thinks they're worth more than they actually are
Yeah.
these days.
Yeah.
Ego everyone has, and I feel like some people just need to drop it. To be honest, like
Well, it's not
Yeah,
even
I
doesn't
mean-
even have to do with ego. It just you could be a humble person, but just still think that you're worth $30 or 40 or 50 or $60 an hour when you're not. You know.
That's a good question, Enzo. How much does NCAA make a year?
They make a ton.
They make a
Yes.
boatload. Very interesting. I mean, that's fair. So, yeah, it is a multi-billion-dollar business. That's
Yeah, I mean, in 2022, NCAA earned 1.15 billion in revenue.
See, that's crazy. That's
Yeah.
absurd.
That's nuts.
Yeah.
And see, that's another game where I'm kind of like, because that release date should be coming pretty soon, right? Because I remember them saying it was supposed to be ready like late 2023, early 2024.
That's
Like
if they
you
haven't
just
pushed
said
it
at the
back.
beginning of the pod, though.
There's at least a little bit of gameplay for that game. Like, come on. Like, fans are hyped for NCAA football to come back. We need gameplay. I want my road to glory back. I want to take my little makeshift running back, go through high school, fuck them all up, go to Clemson, and take national championships. Like, left and right. That's what I want. We need gameplay.
then there's just me over here in the UK and have no idea what, no idea of what's going on. Stick me parts of rugby and soccer for you guys.
I did see, though, like, and I don't know, I mean, because...
I'm reading what Enzo's writing in the chat.
because a certain event is starting tomorrow, for those of you who don't know. Gamescom. Gamescom opens tomorrow. Who knows? I would love if NCAA 24 was shown at Gamescom. That would make me happy as hell. But I already know there's certain games that are already going to be shown there. Because, hello, leaks. Mortal Kombat, thank you very much. Super excited. New Call of Duty, thank you very much. Can't wait to see campaign so then I can actually make an assumption on if I'm going to enjoy the game.
The
Like,
NCAA football
Yeah,
will
we've
not
all been
be
having
there.
our like heads up, but we're not getting too. I'm not getting too excited personally because it's COD and a
You
lot
think we're
of
gonna get
things
some COD teasers?
we're gonna get at least a campaign mission. I'm convinced
Well,
that happens at Gamescom
Well,
every year.
yeah, we'll probably get a hint of the campaign. They'll wait
They're not
till
gonna show-
probably
they're not gonna show multiplayer.
mid-September to reveal multiplayer.
And they're gonna do that with like professional COD players. Like they're gonna show it then. That's when they're gonna really show it.
Enzo said he stopped getting excited over video games a long time ago.
I'm looking at
And see
'cause
that is the problem. That is the problem. If you are a gamer, you should still get excited for video games.
I mean, it's not
Doesn't
like I'm not getting
matter.
excited over it. Like, it's more of like I'm not I'm hyped for it. Don't get me wrong, but I'm not putting all of my energy into it because
our
I know if it
expectations
goes,
are low.
yeah, because I know if anything bad happens, I've just wasted my time.
Well, for me, COD is definitely not the benchmark. I mean, there's so many amazing games. I'm more of a
There's of course, like,
RTS, RPG
COD
type
is
guy.
not like my major expectation, but I see Alan Wake 2 on there in the new Assassin's Creed. Like all that looks fire. Like I'm excited for those games.
Alan
But
Wake
that's
2,
COD is
yeah.
like
Really.
on a lower pedestal for me right now.
Well, the thing
Yeah.
is, the stuff is if you're a guy who only plays multiplayer games and never plays campaigns, I hate playing anything by myself. Like Jason and I are like complete opposites. I have to play multiplayer with other people or like a big type game, or I'm like I can't
Yeah,
just
yeah.
sit there by myself or I fall asleep in like 5 minutes. So the thing is when there's not like big multiplayer games, they're actually excited. What? What are you shaking your head about, huh?
See, Enzo's right.
Uh,
Like XD, I'm kind of excited if they show it at Gamescom. I think that'd
But
be kind of good for them.
oh, X Defiant.
X Defiant, I think that would be good for them. I think that would be the perfect time to do it.
That
You already
game
got Call of Duty being shown.
that game
Even,
has
look,
not
I'm
impressed.
gonna
a
throw
lot
I
of
more
the games these
multiplayer
days
in
are
what we're
VR.
doing.
I
Because
Other-
you already know COD's not going to show multiplayer
Yeah.
at a Gamescom. You
No.
might as well throw your game out there and be like, here's our multiplayer. Shoot, we'll show you the early gameplay before they even bother to show it.
yeah,
I think it's smart for XD to do it.
I just still just have not been impressed with X Defiant.
I forgot about
It's-
X Defiant. It's true. We had
it's-
yeah. I've been hearing some good things about it though. It seems like it's been making some leaps.
I've had it since they originally began the alpha, and it just had never impressed me. It feels like a low quality Call of Duty ripoff.
Has like an Overwatch feel. I don't know. They bring their own little twang to things. I mean, the one thing that I like about Ubisoft though, which they're the ones creating it, right?
Correct.
I through the Rainbow Six scene and
long as
everything
it's
like
not
that we were
blood,
dealing with
it's
them. I hope they can get X Defiant working well, just for the fact that the whole esports and gaming side and their staff and everybody at Ubisoft, when it comes to tournaments or
As
even
long as it's not
independent tournaments,
Blizzard's
are
controlling.
amazing. No, of course not. It's Ubisoft. Ubisoft runs all their tournaments and stuff like that. Well, not don't run all the tournaments, but they oversee a lot of the tournaments and stuff. They also give licenses out to people to run their own tournaments and whatnot. And we've been a part of a few of those, and the Ubisoft staff has been like super amazing. They've actually like personally contacted us and everything. I really like where they're going. It's just the only thing is yeah, they have quite a bit to improve on still, but man, they're amazing on their like competitive and esports side. I wish more companies would take like a page out of their book. But yeah, I'll agree with you, Jason, that I played X Defiant and it wasn't like oh my god.
It
It was more frustrating inducing
it
than
felt like a much lower quality version of Call of Duty Advanced Warfare.
Okay.
mixed
what-
with like
is-
some Overwatch.
Is what it felt like. It felt like just something kind of,
No. Wait.
Maybe I felt like
It
it was
felt
a
like
COD. I think
someone-
it was more of
wait,
like
wait.
Battlefield. Like,
No. It was like someone. I got it perfect thing. Okay, it was like someone tried to upgrade TF2. That's literally what it
Yeah.
felt like.
no,
that's
Easy a little
no,
bit.
no,
Yeah,
no.
Jason's
TF2
just gonna
is
be in denial this whole
TF2
podcast.
is far better
Oh,
than
yeah,
X
TF2 is
Defiant.
amazing. No. Of course, TF2 is fucking good.
No, but no, it didn't feel like that at all though.
it felt like they were trying to make like a different version of it. I don't know.
Like I said,
It just felt more
it
clunky at
felt-
the beginning. That's what it felt like. It wasn't smooth. It was just more jiggity effects and whatever. It just didn't feel like it had any smoothness throughout and not a lot of consistency when it came to in-game mechanics. That's my take on it.
And I think you're right, Enzo. I think the alpha was rather. It was not bad because the player base was so low.
And not many
The
people knew about
the
it.
the,
But,
ser-
like,
the servers could handle it.
they can handle it, yeah. And now that it's
Yeah.
got so much traction now, like
Yeah.
it's definitely gonna feel clunky.
Yeah.
There's no question about that.
We'll see where it goes. I mean, I just feel like I don't. I feel bad bashing on their game because Ubisoft has been so nice to us. So it's like,
That's true. They have.
yeah, they're super nice
But
people.
at
over
the
there,
You should
so-
be okay. You should be okay to like voice your opinion. That's what makes
Yeah.
A
your
little
game
bit of
better.
feedback.
Like, I don't see the issue on bashing their game. Like,
Because
I'm
it
not
gives
even
them
gonna lie to
something to
you.
improve
I think there are certain parts of the Crew Motorfest that are absolute dog shit. Like, there are some certain parts that suck. That I can write a fucking story about how bad some of their stuff is in Crew Motorfest. But that should be on them to be like, okay, let's take the constructive criticism and let's rework it. that they should be okay with dealing with.
Well,
And
I know for a fact that like I've game tested for Ubisoft before, and yeah, they're very open to anybody like giving their opinions. They even like when you game test, they like give you $100 just for showing up and stuff like
Right.
that, and then they pay you for the time that you're there and whatnot. And yeah, you could just write whatever you want on the paper and just say how you feel about the game. And, yeah, it's pretty cool the way that they run through things. So hopefully they're doing that for X Defiant and still getting people's opinions. And
but
I'd have to look and see if they're even doing game testing still in Montreal or not. But yeah,
I'm
they're
sure they're testing something.
yeah.
But it's probably a lot more of their own QA team doing it instead of being
Yeah.
open testing.
It has a lot to do with Assassin's Creed, and I thought there was another game. Is it Genshin Impact or is it another
Genshin
game?
Impact, probably.
I don't
Is
think
it-
Genshin Impact is Ubisoft though.
No, there's another Ubisoft game that was similar-ish.
Maybe
Gods
Uh,
and oh, I have
Yeah,
that game. What's it
I'm not
called?
a huge guy on Ubisoft games, so it's
Yeah,
kind
yeah,
of
it's
a me
it's my buddy game tested it not too long ago, but for some reason it's
I-
just escaping my mind. And he didn't believe me that like you just go to Ubisoft and they pay you and stuff, and yeah, it really is that you
I'm
just
just not
go
an
there
Ubisoft
and
guy,
Oh,
so
it's
more
probably it was
like-
probably Immortals, Phoenix Rising.
yeah,
that sounds
yeah,
about right.
I have that game too. That game's fantastic.
yeah.
I still
He
haven't
really
finished it
enjoyed
though. I still haven't finished it though, but it is fantastic.
I hate
But
talking
now-
about it, but
Now I'm on the countdown because we're looking at about 12 days, and I got Starfield.
yeah, I know. I knew Starfield was coming up. Definitely, we're getting close.
September 1st,
It's
boys.
gonna happen.
At least for me. At least for me.
And what did you buy it on? Well, probably obviously Xbox. I'm guessing.
Xbox.
Yeah,
Yes.
okay.
I bought the premium edition because I get the base game with Game Pass anyway. So I just bought the premium edition to get me 5 days early. So I paid.
Really?
I paid. I think it was $30 to get it
My
5
man
days
is
early.
invested in Starfield, ladies and gentlemen. He's invested.
Once he starts, we're not gonna see him for a long ass time.
Oh yeah,
Like,
I'm fucking Ghost. That's what it is. I'm fucking Ghost at
We're
that
gonna have to
point.
go to his house and be like, Jason, you alright? You
Oh,
doing
what
okay?
the- I haven't had pants on in 5 days.
Yeah, I haven't left my chair for this long.
Yeah.
I'm trying to figure out how many days off I'm gonna take. That's where I'm at now. Is I'm trying to figure out.
Give me a second. How long is the storyline supposed to be? Storyline.
Oh, I think they said like
30 to 40 hours. So basically, take a week off.
Now I want to since you're all about the Starfield. Are your expectations super high?
Jason's just not gonna sleep.
are my
He's gonna stay up
expectations.
for like 3
Do
days.
you have super high expectations for Starfield?
No,
No.
I'm just gonna enjoy it, no matter what. It's a game I'm looking forward to, and the way I work is I just enjoy video games. So, and it's a new IP. It's a new, start of a story.
Right.
We'll see how it goes. Whether it's
That's
good,
literally
whether
how I
it's bad.
feel about Counter-Strike 2. Everybody asks me because they know I'm a Counter-Strike guy. Like, how do you feel? I'm like, I don't know. I've gotten to the age where I'm just like, I'll see how it goes. Like, I'm just gonna try it and play. I'm excited. I'm just excited to have a new Counter-Strike. I would be honest. Like, I don't even care if there's minimal changes. I'm just excited.
Yeah, because like CS is like 1999, so it's very old now. So we're just
And
waiting for nothing to what happens. I'm even looking forward to it. I'm
See,
a console gamer, so
The problem I have with CS2 is it feels like it's just the same fucking game. I have not played CS2. Don't misunderstand. Visuals, it looks identical.
How can you even access CS2
you need a beta codes while
I-
Twitch drops.
Yeah, I think you can get via.
Well, usually it's just playing. You just sign up and then afterwards. You
Yeah,
just
there
play
was
and you get it.
beta code for Twitch drops as well. That was at a time.
I'm gonna have to do that. I'm gonna have to give that a try.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's something like that. But I mean, visually, it looks exactly the same. Obviously, it's built on the Source engine again. I mean, the only thing I think I've seen that looks a little bit different is how they handled smoke grenades.
Well,
Yeah, the
smoke
smoke
and
stuff.
mollies, and then the new maps that are going to be coming into rotation, I guess.
Say it doesn't look enough different for me to give them moniker of putting CS2 on it. It should be called like CS:GO Enhanced or something stupid like that.
What every company is doing these days. What is it called?
Yeah.
Don't add it to one
Remastered.
CS:GO Definitive Edition.
Yep.
Two
Yep.
reskin,
Yep.
Jesus
Yep.
Christ, man.
Yep.
2K
Just add a 2 on the end of the
23,
game because that's the
2K24,
ruin of it.
literally a reskin.
Now,
Give me a break.
I will say I went back just recently and I played LA Noire. Now,
That game.
game is fantastic. Understand, when it came out, I played through the campaign about 4 times in a row.
Love that game.
I remember I went to the midnight release for LA Noire. Good stuff. But I recently went back and played that. I had some of the most fucking fun I've had in a long, long time.
I've never actually. I'll be
That's
honest.
literally how I was with RDR. when the
I
new
never played
RDR
LA
came out.
Noir, so I'm actually curious to try that. It's
Yeah,
actually
no,
really worth it.
Yes, I love LA Noire.
That's kind of how I felt with RDR too. I went back and played the app.
Oh, Red
Oh
Dead.
yes, I actually did
Red
that
Dead.
recently. Played Red Dead, and yeah, it was. Man, was that fun! Even
That
just
game
like the
is
scenery
so
and
much
everything.
fun.
Fishing, dude. I literally spent half my time just trying to fish in Red Dead. I didn't think I liked fishing that much.
I would
in
just
Red Dead.
rob horses and laugh like a little schoolgirl. Just
Mine was just hop on with my mates and we'll just do
all the
stupid,
time.
funny stuff and just end up screaming at each other, like just lassoing each other and consistently killing each other. Just funny.
I also did go back and play through COD 1 campaign, Call of Duty 2
Don't
campaign,
talk about it.
Call of Duty
Don't
3
do that.
campaign,
Goated.
COD 4 campaign.
Oh,
Oh,
guys, go grinding.
I have a GameCube, so I played Call of Duty Red or Big Red 1,
Big Red One.
Big Red 1, Finest Hour. I played through that. I literally spent the last little bit just playing through some old Call of Duty campaigns, and now I'm ready to go through some more now. So I'm thinking
The Modern
Black-
Warfare 3 campaign.
I'm thinking Black Ops.
MW2, the original, gotta be.
Yeah,
That's
MW2 will be there.
Campaign was pretty good too.
Yep,
Like the
yep.
original MW2 campaign.
I'm thinking the Black Ops series. I want to go through Ghosts again because Ghosts.
Ghost was pretty underrated. I don't know why people.
I
Ghost
loved
campaign was a lot.
I loved the Ghost campaign. I
Oh,
loved it.
Ghost campaign was so much fun.
Yeah.
Still gonna say the World at War campaign on the hardest difficulty was just fun and rage-inducing at the same time.
Fuck World at War.
I'm not even gonna lie. I think people.
he just fucking right out
Like,
there. Fuck you.
People knocked this COD, but the campaign itself is really good. Infinite Warfare had a very
Yeah.
entertaining
Yeah.
campaign. As much and as bad as the multiplayer was for Infinite Warfare,
What-
that campaign was.
Campaign was good.
Infinite Warfare, was that the one with Kevin Spacey? Was that Infinite?
No, that's Advanced.
That's Advanced Warfare. Okay.
Infinite Warfare was the game literally right after Black Ops 4 came out.
Yeah. Okay.
It was.
Okay.
Oh my gosh.
The
That
Call of
campaign
Duty
was
gets so confusing. these days.
Phenomenal campaign. But the multiplayer sucked.
Yeah. Yeah. That happens. That happens.
COD
Yeah.
1 and 2 campaigns are just phenomenal. Just, but me, it's just nostalgia. I think that's why.
Oh yeah, the nostalgia, absolutely.
Yeah, I just bought LA Noire for $6. Let's go.
There you go.
I
There you
want to try
go.
it. You're gonna
Yeah.
get me into it,
Yeah.
Stream it. We want
yeah.
to see it.
Some violent crime thriller. Let's
Go on your
go.
Twitch stream and we want to watch it.
You know what?
Everyone's like,
Another-
you're playing this old fucking game.
You know what? Another game that was really fucking good, but I don't. It kind of came and went incredibly fast though. Quantum Break.
Ooh, yeah.
You got.
Remember that game?
Yeah. It had an A-list class of fucking actors and actresses. Like
Yeah, I
top
remember that.
tier.
I remember that.
Want to show me a trailer? I don't
That
really know.
definitely
Yeah,
did kind
I
of
can
sweep
get
under
you.
the rug. Like
Yeah,
took that.
it did.
It didn't take a lot of notice from people.
Yeah, let me find you a.
Seems a little. I'm not gonna say it, but it was a little expensive. I mean,
Let's
super
see.
cheap. Buy it tomorrow, I guess. I already bought LA Noir.
Let's see. Let me. Here is a gameplay premiere from Gamescom back in 2014.
That's
Jeez.
crazy how that game just got swept under the rug.
It says it came out in 2016, though. I'm so confused on Steam.
Yeah, it did.
I'm surprised it got swept under the rug like that because that game was actually kind of good.
Dude, I fucking loved this game.
The only other one I could think that was kind of like this that I felt had a lot of traction to begin with, but then died off as the years went on. The Last of Us.
Yeah, Enzo said the same thing. Yeah, The Last of Us.
Yeah, like absolutely. Like that game is easily could have didn't win awards because that easily could have been Game of the Year at the time. Like The Last of Us was just that good.
Yeah,
I
was
think it
entertaining, and
did.
then it just
It
went so
gains. It
quickly.
had so much traction to begin with. It was kind of like that other, like that zombies game with the motorcyclist, like the gang member.
Oh,
What is that game?
like last break or something like that. I think
Yeah,
it's called.
something like that. It had like a lot of traction behind it, but then it like slowly died off, and I don't know
Yeah.
why because The Last of Us was probably one of the best like
I'm-
story campaigns, and even the multiplayer for Last of Us was actually kind of good.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
That game was very.
Oh,
good.
talking about old games, you know what? I want to go
What's
back.
the
and
What's the name of this game again?
Quantum
Quantum
Break.
Break?
This is Quantum Break.
Yes. This is by Insomnia, I believe.
Looks cool though.
With-
Damn, it's a game. It's surprising. I have never heard about it.
But the
Days
class.
That's it.
Yeah,
I'm
Days
sorry,
Gone.
that's
There it
wrong.
is.
Days
Yeah.
Gone.
Yeah.
That's the game with the motorcyclists and the zombies. Days Gone. That was another one.
But I think the biggest thing about this that I was it was one of more my style of games because it was a story driven single player,
Okay.
but also just the class of actors and actresses they picked up for this game was insane.
Think of how much money they had to pay for these people to be in the
And
game.
the whole real time cutscenes that they did, like where you see the actual actors and stuff actually acting out a scene in real time.
Oh, really? That's
Yes, yes. But it was just fantastic.
Mm.
But
Cool. I wish I enjoyed single player games a little bit more, but the only time you'll find me playing a single player game is when my Wi-Fi doesn't work. But I wish.
It's either that or I've got nothing else
That's
to do.
desperate measures for Greg. if that's very desperate. Like if he has nothing else to do and that Wi-Fi hits the fan, it's like, all right, I guess.
It's time for
Yeah.
a single player game.
I guess maybe a single player. Game.
My
Even though
offline
I've
game
definitely
is.
done that before.
But I still
Nah,
play like
mine
a
is just
bot or
like-
something like that, you know?
I
Like I have
just-
to play a game, I'm playing something
I just did
versus
the
something.
single player for Uncharted. That's kind of how I got through my days. Were the
I was just like,
Uncharted
it
series.
comes to Supreme Boredom, go to Tetris. It's
Yeah.
fun.
Never is. That's
now I was getting ready to say something earlier. Another set of games I think I want to go through again. Fucking Tomb Raider.
Oh
Ooh.
yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Great
I wasn't a
game.
fan of
Yeah.
the newer ones.
That's the one
though.
games I actually enjoyed.
Yeah.
I guess
I
Tomb
didn't
Tomb
really
Raider.
like the newer ones. I wasn't a fan of the newer ones.
Oh, I love the newer ones.
I wasn't a fan of the newer ones.
Yeah.
I didn't try.
Even though the death scenes in those games, absolutely, they were hysterical to me.
I'm just looking forward for the Mortal Kombat to come out. Just waiting for it.
Well, then
Hey.
has
Enzo just
I
threw
don't
out
know
the
how many
Game Boy
times I've been on
Color.
this
What?
podcast, and I have gassed up Mortal Kombat 1. Like, so excited for that game. It's insane. So excited.
Saw
I
earlier,
get my
I saw
ass beat every
gameplay.
time I play Mortal Kombat, so it doesn't bring good memories, you know? Like, I have fucking older brothers, and
know
they just
how
beat
it
me all the time
feels.
when I played that.
So when you play online and you get that fatality, oh my gosh, it's the greatest feeling in the world.
Yeah, even a brutality.
You
is
put
just
that kid to
so satisfying.
shame, and they do exactly what you would do in like online sports games: disconnect before the fatality happens. They
Yeah,
just
I'm
disconnect.
just hitting off
It's
my
like
phone. I
GG's.
know. It's like I lose the first round, I know I'm leaving. I'm just leaving because I know it ain't winnable. Or it's like you just versus Scorpion, just teleporting. You know you don't want to be there anymore.
Yeah.
That's
No.
me in
I
a
mean, every time I
nutshell.
played
I-
fighting games, it was like literally sitting on a couch, like split screen, or not split screen, but like
Yeah.
boxing game or whatever.
I was like that back when I was like young FIFA days. It was just split screen with my brother and just sit there while attempting to get every single red card on the field apart from the goalkeeper.
I was talking about that the last time with Aaron. Is that I miss like split screen gaming of like inviting somebody and just gaming and shit like that.
Yeah.
Just
it's
fucking
We'd
out
have
with
to put like
beers.
a flattened out cardboard box to separate the screens on the TV. Like that's how we
Yeah,
would
to
do
like
it.
make sure you're not
So
looking.
then you can't
yeah.
cheat, little cheating bastards. That's how we would do it when we would do 1v1s on MW2 on Rust. You'd
Yeah, I
just
mean, it
have
was like that
plain
with Halo with
cardboard
my
right in the middle.
cousin. Yeah,
See, now if
for
I was
sure.
doing 1v1s on split screen, it was always go Nuketown Sniper window.
There you go. See, we all
You
know.
can't cheat that one, buddy.
Can't cheat them.
Oh man, so many good fucking memories. I wish like more of the newer generation experience that the split screen gaming with your friends and inviting everybody over to play. Not everybody could just
I
yo.
got a bit of it, but
Yeah.
obviously I'm not as old, so it's like I
And-
got like the end of it.
I remember like being with my best friend and like we'd go to his place and then we'd play like on I don't know what like a Nintendo or whatever and then after his mom would be like, "You guys have been inside for too long, get the fuck out of here." So we get out, we grab our bikes and we just go to my place and after that we game for a bit till like my parents would get tired of us seeing us game and we'd be like, "Oh, okay, we're gonna go biking," and then we just go bike to his house and we'd be like, "Well, we've been biking this whole time. Can't come back in."
Yes, that's
Now, hold on. We were just talking about older games. I just thought of this one right here. Made by the
Oh,
FPS Masters.
Oh man.
What you got, Greg? You know this.
What is
Oh
this?
my.
Yeah,
I don't even know what this
I
is.
loved this game.
I did.
Loved this
I
game.
did too. I did
What-
too.
what-
Oh, this
Rage?
game
No, I never
was
played
so
Rage.
Because I remember when it first
Really?
debuted. Like, it's
Oh, I do
Rage,
too.
bro. It
I-
is Rage.
I do too.
This
the
was
Rage
a
game,
goated
yeah.
game.
Yes.
I loved Rage.
But the
Oh
big,
my gosh.
the biggest thing is the gunplay in this game. Fucking phenomenal.
Oh
Me,
my God.
me goated is like Unreal Tournament 2004 type. Like that's just goated. Kind of gives me some vibe of that actually a little bit. I don't know why.
Well, the developers of this
Yeah,
game,
one.
Greg,
Yeah.
id Software.
Ah. Okay.
the gentleman behind Wolfenstein, Quake.
Gotta love
Doom.
Wolfenstein, man.
I mean, the goats of FPS. Yes.
Okay.
Literally the goats of FPS.
I don't know if many people watching or anything like that have gotten to play or seen Unreal Tournament 2004 when it was out, but that was epic.
I remember that game too.
UT 2004. Is that what you were just saying?
Yeah.
I remember being in school and we'd all have that on our flash drives and we'd play a local server,
Oh.
local against each other while we're in like computer lab. We did the same thing with Halo CE. So
Oh yeah. Oh my god.
because you would just, since you're all on the same network, you just create a local game right there, and other people who have the game can join in since they're on your same network.
I know people did that with Quake, one of the first Quakes. I remember like LAN parties and oh my god, man! I don't want to go into this rabbit hole. We're gonna be in here forever. I just
Yeah,
thought
we-
about it. I'm like, we got 52 minutes in.
I know.
I
I
was
don't.
like-
I don't think we're getting through all the stuff we planned. So
Yeah.
Well,
Well, anyways, we're
let-
already pretty far in, so I don't know if you want to
Dude,
throw in another topic.
I say, do we want to talk about this esports topic that was
Hot
brought?
Rocket League topic.
Yes.
G1?
It's actually very short because I know it very well because I was
Yeah.
I was brought into it, but I knew a lot around it because obviously I wanted to compete, so it came into a very big play.
All right, give us the run. Give
Um,
us the rundown.
we have RLCS, right? That was this very hot topic of there was this one coach basically going, "Oh, we've just kicked this previous coach one day before we travel to Germany for the biggest tournament in the world, and he won't get any pay at all." That was FaZe. They went out, and then they lost every single game at Worlds. We laughed, we mocked it, but then there was a behind the scenes an even worse team competing who was winning, who was not getting paid. Like their org completely was not paying their players to compete at all. they were not on a salary, like, or even competing before that. Like they're on a roster for what was it, 4 years and did not get paid once. They're like top 10 teams in the whole of like the world at the moment. And it got released, what was it, 2 days later after we all knew, saying, oh yeah, we've just bought $1 million like boot camp area for our teams to compete in without them paying a salary. Well, like, why have you just bought them $1 million boot camp area, which you use like twice a year instead of paying your players?
Okay, I got a question. As someone who is fairly knows esports fairly well, who the fuck are G1 esports?
Yeah, I have no idea.
No, Gamers First.
Oh, is that who these guys are? They're gamers
Yeah,
first?
Gamers First. Yeah.
G1 are very new to Rocket League because obviously you had G2. Everyone knows G2. 'Cause
Yeah.
they are very popular.
I thought they were some sub branch of G2. That's what I thought this
Gamers
was.
First. So like,
Why
they have
go
a-
to why go
they're
to
really-
G1?
they
Why
have
not
a
be
bigger,
gamers first?
G1's gotten
Isn't it-
put more on the map now because they have a Halo team that's got a lot of former
Yeah.
like Halo pros. Like if anybody knows, Boo Boo Doo Boo, he's one of the biggest Halo players
Fucking
of
boo boo
recent
doo
time.
G1
Yes,
decided
he
to
is
Fucking
like the
boo-boo.
captain of G1. He is the captain
Yeah.
of G1, and their team is very good, like top 3, top 4.
Allocated, Suspector,
Yes.
Sabinator.
Yeah.
Yep, they're like a
And
top
G1
4 team
decided
right
to
now.
branch out. They branched out to Rocket League, and they were like, oh, this team won't do very well, supposedly. That's what everyone was like. Everyone believed that G1 would do very well.
But
They
wait.
went into invitationals.
What the?
At the end of the day,
I'm
he
looking.
paid his players, right? So I don't know why
Yeah.
people are making such
Okay.
a big deal about this.
I'm
Is it
looking
just
at
a
their
misopinion?
website.
It was more a fact of he's picked pro players and they were on a salary before they joined G1, and they the CEO who hired them or whoever hired them to play for G1 made promises and completely just ignored them and did not pay them at all for playing, and no one brought it up until after RLCS Worlds.
I'm looking at their website. Okay. One. What the? It looks like they ripped off every other fucking esports team you can think of. Their logo looks like fucking What's
the G
what's
with the red one?
what's Nate Shot's team?
100 Thieves.
It looks like they're using like almost the exact same font as 100 Thieves, with like the exact same kind of style of logo.
Yeah.
I mean, it
Yeah,
looks.
Everyone was pissed.
I think Gamers First is a better fucking name than G1 anyway.
It's only big because they have a lot of like financial backing. Because
Yeah, they just have money.
Whoops.
their owner is very well known when it comes to sports. He's football. It's Kenny Vaccaro, and he played in the NFL for quite some time. He was very good, so he had a lot of money. Like Kenny Vaccaro played quite a few years in the NFL. He's got some money, so he can definitely back that. So I mean, they're in a good spot.
If I can speak candid, I mean, making a 24-minute video when it has to do with finances, and after that going into all kinds of different things about the organization and whatnot, I feel like this was more of a good or bad publicity is good publicity, I mean, or whatever the fucking saying is. Like, I feel like they just put out a video to get more views and everything, because like all their posts have like 3,000 views, and then after that one has like 1,000,000 views. So I feel like it was just like kind of a bait click, and then it's weird how he like says like, they didn't get paid for a bit, but after they get paid, and he goes and talks about the whole life story of G1 and everything. I feel like it's just a whole ploy to get people
It's
to
a
look
ploy.
at Gamers First. And I feel like who gives a fuck if he didn't pay his players for a certain amount of time? That's a whole internal issue. I don't understand why everybody has to make a post about it and everybody finds out that the guy didn't pay them for, what, 2 weeks or 3 weeks or whatever. Like, I'm kind of confused. If they are a company that has, or an organization that has professional teams and everything like that, it could have just been miscommunication or something.
It's more of the Rocket League scene being very nosy, because that's what the community's all been about ever since I don't know if any of you know the UE5 situation with Unreal Engine, but we were promised that back in 2018 sort of thing, but then we never got it. We're still waiting to this day, but ever since that situation, the Rocket League community was like, anything what's released, we're gonna just tweet the living hell out of it. We're just gonna post the living hell out of it and just make sure that we make everyone's day a living hell because we want what we want and we're not getting it.
Yeah.
So we're just gonna riot until we get what we want.
And see, I was confused because I've heard of Gamers First before this. Everything I'm seeing now is one that was created by some football player. But there was a Gamers First back in the day. That was like that was like a clan, more of a clan type.
Yeah, that was more of a clan.
Yeah. Because I remember them, and that's who I thought that's who this was.
Mm-hmm.
But now I don't give a shit.
But no, honestly, it's not a very big scenario with the Rocket League thing. Like, it's resolved now. We kind of just move on.
Yeah, for sure. It's just, to me, to see the video had nothing to do with the Rocket League team or anything. It just really had to do with a way that they weren't getting enough numbers, so they just put out a video like that. I mean,
yeah,
I have no idea why you would do that. I don't even know why you would release a 24-minute video and then like you crying and everything like that.
Yeah,
I
I
mean,
don't think it should have been 24 minutes. You could have easily gotten
it should have been
across
more like
in like
10.
under 10.
but I mean, at the end of the day, you don't need to make a video. It's an internal thing that has to do with the organization. I don't know. I
I
don't know why
say
you would have to
one. This was probably a misstep on the owner's part. They probably should not have posted the video. But it is also what a lot of business people will know as damage control.
Right. Yeah.
That is exactly what this type of thing is. It's damage control. And
then they get money for the view.
I'll be completely honest. I'm not gonna sit and watch the 24-minute video. I just don't give a shit.
Yeah, I don't either.
Yeah.
The biggest thing is if you are in a contract and are expected to pay players, pay them.
Yeah.
Just pay them what you agreed to. But the players are probably all younger and don't understand business either, so they probably got...
Are averaging... Obviously, you have 2 pros at the moment who are like 15, but it's averaging around 17 to 18, around there.
Yeah, so they probably got shafted in contracts. Because mom and dad don't know what they're signing either.
Exactly.
If they're underage, mom and dad have no idea what they're signing.
Yeah, I mean, one player got banned, what was it, 2 years ago, because he was under like the age of legal contract signing and didn't let his parents know, so he got banned, and then, you know, came back after he got after the Bengal League confrontation and hasn't lost a game ever since in tournament regions. So,
as an organization, how do you not do your research though? Like, I just don't understand.
I mean,
it's up to them.
Especially with groups that are as young as what Rocket League seems to be. And I agree, I see Rocket League as catering more towards the younger...
Yeah, because it relies
demographic,
on, like, reaction times and different mechanics, which younger ages can pick up quicker than...
Yeah. But the problem is, you're going to have these CEOs that are going to take advantage of kids. They're going to take advantage of parents, too, because parents don't know the fuck esports is.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Some still
And they
are
don't
clueless as to how esports works.
Yeah, they don't know what it is, how it works. They just
don't encourage it either because they see it as a waste of time.
And then the people approaching with the contracts are going to not explain it correctly for mom and dad to understand what it is they're signing for their kid.
I think Enzo kind of just made that clear. Was there a contract to begin with? Should be the first question. And what do the intricacies of this contract look like?
And that's why
was very basic. It wasn't fully expanded. It was basically like, we pay you if you compete in high level tournaments and like you actually earn at least something, or you gain popularity, which they gained popularity, but they didn't get paid for like their own view shares. Like, one of the G1
Chelsea.
Mom still thinks all games can be paused. My mom is the same way. Well, just pause it.
But how do you make a contract on something that it's almost impossible to determine?
100% be sure of.
Yeah, it's impossible to determine whether you gained popularity.
Yeah. I mean, Vitality are just out of that question because they just won 5 tournaments
Oh
in a
no,
row.
Enzo, I completely agree. It's brilliant on the CEO side. Fucking brilliant. I love it.
Well, we didn't really know who they were now, and now we know exactly who they are.
I still don't give a shit who they are.
Exactly.
I mean, no.
I do know who they are. If I see their logo and whatnot, I know who they are.
No, I'm gonna think they're like an understudy of G2. That's what I'm gonna think they are.
Yeah.
That's not gonna change. You didn't pick a unique name.
It really is true, because the first thing when I saw G1 was I was like, oh, G2 came out with a new
G2.
organization?
Yeah, you did.
Or-
You did not pick a unique name. That is what you're going to be known by, and maybe that was the CEO's plan as well, to egg off of G2, which fair, okay, do your thing, but I, it's slimy. It's slimy.
Yeah, for sure. There's a lot of, well, we've had all these conversations about like seeing other organizations, and like you said before when you saw the logo, organizations copying like the exact same type of logo as some other big companies, using the same kind of color schemes for their things, just kind of copying to the T, even name wise. And after that, they don't understand why they're not getting any traction. It's like, well, I mean, if there's, you name your organization the Bees or I don't know what, and then there's like 7 other organizations and teams with the same name, you're not gonna really get out there. I mean, but
yourself with the Bees, you can just get a rip off of
Bees,
Vitality.
I don't know.
Enzo, for what
I
you
like it, Greg.
Enzo, for what you said, that is true. But for those of us who have been in esports a lot longer, there's no reason to put a contract to that.
There's no rules against what would be on a contract. It's a known fact that esports companies do what a Phantom said. They offer contracts to players and agree to pay if they perform well all tournaments, in case play in high tournaments.
There's no reason to put a contract to that. What you put a contract to is you essentially loan them money to perform at this tournament. Their winnings, they pay you back, plus maybe a stipend, maybe a percentage, and then they keep it. If you're going to contract them, you pay them a salary, and they have obligations that they need to fill to your organization.
It's not
like any job or anything like that.
Yes, it needs to be more of a job. And I don't, I don't like the Rocket League scene. Overall, I do not like the Rocket League scene. No offense, Phantom. I know you're a Rocket League player.
Like, wow, all right.
I know you're. I have never cared for it because one, they're young, and young just never works. Young does not work out well when it comes.
If you're
to
playing in a
games.
professional setting, yeah, most definitely. We've seen
Because
it time and time.
Oh
again.
my god. I've seen it.
I mean, we
way too
personally
many
have been
times.
through at least 250 teams in our lives as like
Correct.
managers. So
Yes.
we've seen a lot of like young teams, and yeah.
What I see with Rocket League is a fact of, in that contract, it didn't make sense to me because Rocket League doesn't have a lot of tournaments a year.
No, they just
main
have the
tournament.
RLCS. That's all they have.
They used to have what they call an RL, well, it was a Rocket League collegiate college
Yeah,
league. So it would be people who were under the skill level for like RLCS, and colleges could enter like teams or whatever, and they could compete, and it was like RLCS but for collegiate teams. But they got rid of that because everyone was entering, and it didn't get enough views, so to speak. It didn't get popularity as the RLCS would.
And
So like
we're
close this down and it'll come out. Yeah.
I was gonna say we're already over on time, but I could go into fucking I could go a full podcast talking about the college esports scene because that's a shit show. It is
That should be
atrocious.
That should be next week.
it is atrocious. Because colleges are putting all this money into esports, and it's not going to return them their investment.
No, of course not. That's the one thing that they don't understand. That's what a lot of people don't understand about esports. A lot of
Esports in
teams don't
general,
understand that actually
yes.
contact us and think, hey, could you salary us for that? And you go, oh, okay, well, what kind of tournaments did you place in? What did you do? Yada yada. And then they have like kind of no responses, or they don't really have much placements, but they expect us to salary them and put a lot of money into them, put a lot of faith into them. But thing is it literally, I mean, we get hundreds of messages of people wanting handouts. The thing is we'd love to give them. It just doesn't work like that, unfortunately. It's a esports and gaming organizations are, if you're spending money, you're always spending money.
Correct.
That's literally the whole thing to it. So if you're coming into it to look for your return on investment, you might make a bit. You might
you're
make
wrong.
some of your money back, but yeah, you're if you don't love it, that's what kind of I had talked about today, and I got into like this big spiel with everybody about it. Was that if you don't truly love it, if you're not really here for the love of the games, like we are, you're not gonna last in esports, and that's why we've seen hundreds of organizations and teams come and go throughout the 15 plus years that we've been in the scene.
Correct.
When we were
Yes.
in MIRC before esports didn't even existed.
Back
You know,
in the
we would
X
talk
Fire
about,
days.
yeah, like when I would talk about people, I would actually say to my friends like, "Oh, esports," and they would literally laugh to my face. Everybody talks about how it's a real thing. I come from a generation where I would talk about esports and they would laugh in my face because they would say that would never become a sport. No one would ever talk about that, and that was everybody told me that.
Sorry to cut you off, but I need to go because
Okay.
time zones be like so. It's very late.
Yeah. Well, it's pretty late, so we're gonna cut it off.
I was about to say, let's cut that off, and then we can maybe.
Up next week.
I was about to say, maybe if we want to do that, maybe it's a you and me episode again, Greg, and we go into just
Yeah, we can
talking
do that.
straight about esports, just
Yeah,
all
or
about it.
throw in Aaron as well.
I mean,
if
Aaron
he
can
has
come
time.
too, yeah. So, and we'll just kind of give our rundown of just esports in general, and maybe give people in the chat opportunities to ask questions. Let's do something cool like that.
All right, let's do it. I'm down.
All right, boys.
Thank you for watching, everybody. Be
Yep.
on YouTube soon. Here's everybody.